Alright, what's going on? Gonna do an update video. Got everything changed over to a new table in my room. We are trying to get the X1 Carbon to stop being dumb. Don't know what it's got going on. We'll see. I've done a bunch of adjustments. I just retensioned the belts. This thing's got 350 hours on it. This is my second time retensioning the belts. And I've also had to unclog the AMS twice now. And then, yeah, that's the main stuff that's happened with it. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe it'll finally be able to print again. I got the Adventure 5M over here, and it is on its second pretty large print. I did one of the articulating dragons. That was about a 10-hour print. Took up the majority of the build plate. It did that perfectly. The first layer, I'll try to see if I can attach a picture here. But the first layer on this print, on all the prints, has looked perfect out of the box. So that's pretty cool. Haven't had to do any first layer adjustments. So far, pretty impressed with this machine. It's got a really nice screen. Definitely nicer than the Infomex screen, but not quite as nice as the X1 Carbon. Lots of options in the screen. I mean, it's a pretty advanced screen. I definitely was surprised at how nice the screen is. Also, I like that the chassis is steel, so you can magnetize stuff to it. That's going to really help with modifying this thing. I mean, realistically, if you got some metal panels, or just panels in general, you can have them all magnetized to the chassis. So I think that's really cool. It also has holes and threads and everything pre-set up for it. The lead screw setup is pretty much the exact same as the X1 Carbon. You know, two on the sides, one in the rear. What I will say is it looks like one on the rear on the X1 Carbon just looks like it's a rod, a lead screw, and then over here we got a lead screw and then two support rods or whatever you want to call them. So that's pretty cool. Overall, the machine's pretty nice. It's been printing really fast. I got a 14-minute Benchy it printed, so it prints really quick out the box. It's definitely way quieter than the X1 Carbon. I'm not sure if it's quite as quiet as the Infomec, but it could be. Damn impressive, being that it's no chassis, no enclosure. Here's the 14-minute Benchy it printed, and this is with. Let's see if I can get it to focus. This is with the PLA that came with the printer, and I was pretty surprised by this. That's not what you want to do. I was pretty surprised by this filament and the printer, really. It's got a really nice, it's a black filament, but it's got like a blue flake. And as you can see, I mean, it's some gorgeous filament. I don't know how much of this is the printer and how much is the filament that made it have like no hole line. It also could have something to do with their STL, because you got no text on the bottom or the back, no hole in the back. A little different STL than the standard Benchy STL, but quality is really impressive. I mean, I was kind of blown away by this Benchy, especially that hole. I mean, there's damn near no hole line at all, and this color looks gorgeous. Probably one of the best looking Benchies I've ever printed. And that's, between these three printers. We'll see if the X1 Carbon can print. If I remember correctly, I actually think I always had issues with the default file. So if it doesn't print this Benchy again, I might try to just print something else and see if it prints. Because, you know what, if I remember correctly, when I first got the X1 Carbon, I couldn't get it to print the Benchy. I tried like 5-6 times and thought there was something wrong with the printer, and then come to find out it was the stock STL. This printer's been through, I don't know, 5 to 10 updates since then, so I would think that's not a problem anymore, but who knows. We'll see whenever it goes to try and start printing. But yeah, I'm really liking the Flash Forge. What I will say, the one downside to this printer is just going to be the simple fact that it is running Clipper, but it's a lockdown Clipper. So a lot of the benefits that come with running Clipper that you get on the Infomec you do not get on the Flash Forge. There is a video, I'll see if I can remember to link it down in the description to a YouTube channel. A guy posted a video on how to pretty much how to get this thing back running closer to stock clipper. It's not something I'm interested in doing. I'm probably gonna, this is kind of was bought with the idea of being a gift to someone, so it's probably just gonna go to them in this order. It still prints fine. You can still send files to it. You can still print directly from it with Orca Slicer. The real downside is you're not going to be able to use the device page on Orca to pull up Fluid. And that's something you can do on the Infomec. Fluid is absolutely amazing. It also allows you to use the IP on the printer, and anywhere on your LAN you can pull it up. So I can pull up Fluid on my tablet, on my computer, on my phone, and I can control every aspect of the printer that you can think of. I mean, you can literally control everything through Fluid. So Fluid's pretty awesome, but I was not aware that this printer doesn't quite play well with all that stuff out of the box. This is definitely similar to the Bamboo Labs in the way of, like, you set it up, you send it a file, and it just prints. It just works. And I'd say the same. I mean, all of these work right out the box. All of these are 5 to 10 minute setups, all very simple to get up and going printers. But the Infomec just is unlocked with full, full control to do whatever you want with it. And that's not for everyone, but if you're the kind of person who likes to be able to tinker with stuff, the Infomec's the most easy to tinker with out the box. The Bamboo Labs is a nightmare. The Flash Forge, though, there is a video, like I said, I'll link it, hopefully. You can go that route with this printer too, and that'll unlock a lot of functionality. But out of the box, this is more of a print and go, just send it a file and hit print. And, it does really good. I mean, this has been printing out some absolutely gorgeous parts. Everything's been good. Tolerance test came out flawless. This is the 0.05. And then the 0.05 on the square side is pretty good too. It's definitely really tight on the square, so that's going to be our square. This side is definitely tight. It'll go in, but getting it back out, I'm definitely not going to be able to do with one hand. Other than that, so far I've been pretty impressed. It printed perfect out of the box, even before doing a firmware update. I did update the firmware, and as you can see, it's back printing. Quality is looking really good. Z offset has been flawless. It's extremely quick to calibrate. This is something I really like about the Infomec. Coming from the X1 Carbon, which I'm curious to see if it's gonna decide to print, since we're about to see. Coming from the X1 Carbon, the Infomec starts printing way faster than the X1 Carbon, and the Adventure 5M prints even it starts printing even faster than the Infomec. So that's really nice, especially when you're doing small prints, you're doing quick prototyping. Having to wait 5, 10, 15 minutes for a printer to calibrate before it even starts printing can be kind of annoying, especially if you're trying to adjust your Z offset, or if you're trying to just see if something's going to hold to the bed, whatever you're trying to do. If you're trying to quickly start printing, having to go through 5 to 10 minutes of calibrating before it starts, it can be kind of annoying. Right now the Bamboo Labs should be about to start printing, and we'll see if I finally got this thing back not being a pain in the ass. It could also be this file, like I said. Let's see. I think it's good. I'm pretty sure it's good. Nope, it's not good. It's not good. This just shows, guys, that just because, well, it looked like it pulled it off the bed. I'm pretty sure it did. Let's see. Where's my scraper? not happy. Well, this just shows, guys, that, you know, 3D printing isn't perfect, and I think a lot of people have decided, they try to sell the Bamboo Labs as being the printer that you can just plug in and print, and it'll never give you a problem. And, you know, I do think these are probably one of the more reliable printers, but I wouldn't go that far. So we'll just print an extra scraper, something else it'll print, see if it will succeed at printing something.